Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon, and today on Partner Talks, we have Rob Young from Infinity Group. Rob, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Hi, Rick. Thanks for having me today. My name's Rob Young. I'm the CEO here at Infinity Group, and we are a pure-play Microsoft partner that delivers across the whole stack.
That's great. And tell us a little more about your history. How did you get here, and what have you done in the world of business applications?
Yeah, it's been a kind of peppered path, I suppose. But we started 25 years ago as an MSP, delivering infrastructure, and then more latterly modern work and security. And we set up a CE practice back in 2013. At that point, it was on premise. You'll probably remember. And it had all kinds of challenges around managing on-premise solutions, but that then kind of evolved to D365. We then started doing Power Platform as well, and then latterly, about 4 years ago, we set up Business Central practice.
That's excellent. And we did a pre-interview. We talked a little bit about your business, and I found it very interesting because Microsoft wants us to become frontier partners, right? They want us to get out there and take on AI and be the best we can. And I think Infinity Group is a great example. Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing with your business and some of the tools you're using to help you with your growth.
Yeah, sure. So we made a decision a few years ago that we were going to be a kind of Microsoft first business in all senses, really, not just the services we sell, but also the systems we use. And as part of our internal use rights, as you know, you get a bunch of licensing for the Dynamics suite. So we started probably about 3 years ago with sales, and then we moved on to Business Central. We did a finance solution because we'd just kind of grown out of the product we had before. And then when we went on to Project Ops, and then latterly we've delivered customer service, field service, and customer insights. So everything now is on that one data platform, which obviously makes it a lot easier now for us to kind of start using the agents, whether they're built into the platform themselves or we use Copilot Studio or AI Foundry. We kind of got that one data platform and we can really develop stuff really, really quickly.
Let's talk about some of the agents that you're working on and that your team's using. I found that quite interesting.
Yeah, so some of the ones that are built into the system, funny enough, I had a sales enablement call today, and it was around the researcher agent that comes, you can layer on top of sales now. And fascinating. So it links obviously to the internet, it'll link to a data source such as Dun & Bradstreet, but it also applies MEDDIC methodology. So it'll look at all the communications you've had with that client, including meetings like Teams meetings, and take the voice transcripts and stuff. And then it'll start making suggestions where you need to ask questions or you need to find out more information in certain areas, and it'll help score those opportunities as you go through the process, and really help train your sales agents to be on the ball and hopefully more accurate with their forecasting.
And I think for the first work through, I think on these agents, I think an agent like the researcher agent is where we want to go, because that adds value for one thing. That every time I go and I'm working with an ISV or an SI partner and we're working on their sales process, I'll go in, there's so much backlog of information, first of all, not filled into the CRM, or things have been abandoned because people don't know what to do with them or what order to work on them and that type of thing. And I think this is where AI can go take care of that grunt work that's going to give me better data, and the salespeople are going to love this because the lead came in and here's everything I need to know about that company.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. Really helps with that, accelerate that beginning bit of the sales process, really helps filter out the noise. So the Qualification agent as well, that's kind of the next one we're going to use, which is an out-of-the-box Microsoft agent. But again, we've got some kind of fixed price, fixed outcome solutions. So the more defined your solution is, the better that agent will be at qualification. And we get a lot of leads, and it's almost like crowd control. We have to kind of cut out the noise and take that lead on a journey before we then hand over to an actual sales agent to go and close the deal or do some more work on it. So we're really looking forward to that one as well. But yeah, researcher, without a shadow of a doubt, is really good. Just on another area as well is around the delivery function. So listening to the calls and using the Graph API, we can pick out things like risk within projects in initial pre-sales calls, which often doesn't get relayed onto the projects team or the project manager that ends up working on it. So we can flag those risks and either then put that into DevOps or put it into project operations so that those risks are highlighted. And there's a whole use case of how we can use those types of listening agents and then apply either our methodology or Microsoft's MSM, whatever it might be, to really improve the quality of what we're doing.
And I know we were also talking about, your use of Work 365, which is a license management application that also runs on Dataverse. And I think you're leveraging that because you want not only the sales process managed, but how do I manage that account once, I'm servicing it over the long term?
Yeah, this one has been massive for us, and actually has been one of the real drivers behind us continuing to invest in the kind of agentic approach. And yeah, the platform went in January for us, effectively automates all of our billing. So whether we deal with a distributor, a CSP2 distributor, or direct with Microsoft, we can do both. But it basically pulls all that billing data in, bills it to our clients, manages all of that, allows the clients to go and self-serve their licensing and other services as well within our business. And yeah, it's been revolutionary. We can scale now from a billing point of view without having to scale people.
And if we start looking at AI, I think licensing and account management and what to offer the customer next is really going to be important because that's stuff we never get around to. But if we have an agent running in the background saying, here's the marketing campaigns we need to run out of customer insights, to increase business, I think that's where we need to go.
Yeah, the customer insights and those customer journeys are going to be really, really important. Our next sort of stage within our customer zero journey is contact center, and the customer insights is going to drive that contact center, whether that's an outreach by an AI voice agent or text or WhatsApp or whatever it might be. So we're really excited about layering that over the top and then having that kind of customer experience piece come in and layer on top. And yeah, with the portal, which is on Power Pages, we want to try and get our customers to self-serve as much as possible.
And besides the agents and what we're doing, we're both heading to Poznan in November for Directions EMEA, and I've got to say it's one of my favorite shows. What are you looking forward to at Directions?
Well, I've got to say, so I've been to Directions now for the last 4 years, and I think what really excites me about the particularly the Business Central, but it's a Dynamics show now, so it's all encompassing, is what a great community it is. Like the people there, I've got some really good friends that I've met at Directions, and it really is quite a tight community. All the ISVs are there. It's got a lot of ISV products with, especially with Business Central, and there's a real buzz around the product. It's Microsoft's fastest growing biz apps product, and it's growing at an exponential rate. It's winning business in the SMB, in the mid-market, and enterprise, and yes, it's a really, really exciting place to go.
And will you be presenting anything at Directions?
Yes, I'm going to be presenting, along with Cecilia Flambon from Microsoft, our Customer Zero journey. Obviously, Microsoft want their partners to be frontier first, and they want to drive that agenda. And we feel, and they feel, that if we can start using this technology ourselves and start solving these problems, then we're going to be able to help our customers on their journey and empathise with their challenges that they will have on the way.
Well, I think if you're presenting with Cecilia, you're going to have a big crowd, and it's going to be an important event. So I'm looking forward to sitting through that presentation and catching up afterwards in Poznan.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm really, really excited about going. I'm looking forward to meeting up with you in person, and all the other people, and networking and making new friends. It's a great place for that.
Okay, Rob, thank you for being on Partner Talks, and I'll see you in just a couple of weeks.
Thanks for having me, Rick.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.